is so much stress in the atmosphere. There's so much anxiety. I just saw a beautiful lady and her children getting in the car, and as she was getting in the car, she was speaking to the children, and there was such a harshness in her tone, and I totally understood where she was coming from, because when you walk out of the grocery store and you see the prices you have to pay and you've got children and mouths to feed, the stress will get you. Okay, but I said quietly in my heart, I said, Lord, if I get to make eye contact, I will give her a word of encouragement. And as she turned around and came to the other side of the car, she smiled. I smiled broadly at her, and she smiled. And I told her, I said, if I was able to make eye contact with you, I would share with you what I heard the Lord say. And this is what God told me to tell her. He told me, first of all, to give her a hug, because the physical touch cancels out anxiety and negativity by the power of the Holy Ghost. Okay, and so when I did, the stress, her body was hard, and then she began to relax, and then tears began to stream down her eyes. Then I told her, I said, now here's what you have to remember. God is your source. He's going to provide everything that you need. You're going to have to just trust him. And I said, and the last thing you need to do is go hug each one of those babies and remind them that they are a gift from God. They didn't ask to get here, you guys. Our children have to be provided for. And it's really important that we remember that God is the one who takes care of you and your babies. I totally understand. I remember wondering where the money was going to come from for this thing, for that thing. But God is still faithful. And just because we are at the end of the age and the enemy is rearing his ugly head in so many ways, doesn't mean that God, his promises are not true and sure. They're just as sure today as they were the day he spoke them. So you trust in the Lord, rest in him, hug your babies, put your arms around your children, and remind yourself and them that God is the provider for your house. He's going to take care of you. He's going to take care of your kids. He's going to supply everything that you need. There is no lack or want in him. The Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. He provides. He takes care. Your children are a reward, a gift from God. And don't allow the enemy to use you as an instrument to make them feel responsible for your anxiety, because they will absorb that negativity. And before you know it, they'll be sowing it back to you. Don't do that. Don't set yourself up, and don't set them up. Hug your babies. Trust the Lord to provide, and say, the Lord is our shepherd. He is our source. Expect him to manifest his provision, and trust in the God of your salvation. He's faithful like that. Love you guys. Make it a great day. Till next time.